Good morning, gang. Happy Tuesday. So I got a question for y'all. Are y'all ready to be pariahs? Social outcasts? Because depending on where you live, that's pretty much what is being called for by the blue governors. Let's put it that way. If y'all caught this yesterday, kind of interesting. San Francisco area, they are reimposing mandatory masks, even though even the CDC has said they're useless. The governor of Louisiana, John Bel Edwards, who is a Democrat, believe it or not. I mean, how Louisiana elected a Democrat governor, I have no idea, because Louisiana is about as red as a rose. But it is what it is, okay? Guess what? Louisiana's got a mask mandate again, okay? But the classic, though, is everybody's favorite bonehead, Andrew Cuomo. He is now demanding that private businesses ban people who haven't been vaccinated. Okay. The last time I checked, New York doesn't elect a dictator. Okay. Sure, private businesses have to follow laws, okay? Hey, you can't sell alcohol to somebody who's not 21, or, you're only allowed to be open, between these hours, or you've got, restaurants got to pass a health inspection or something like that. I mean, those are all laws, okay? The governor, just like the president, okay, does not make laws. Governor basically, the president's over the whole United States, governor's in the same position, the executive office in a state. The legislative branch of New York would be the one that makes the laws, not, Guido here. So, kind of interesting that, he's going to demand private businesses ban people. Now, again, I've said this many times that, and we all know the frame, get woke, go broke, okay? But a lot of business owners are conservative, okay? Conservatives just have a tendency to open a lot more businesses than liberals, just the way it is, okay, small business-wise. Do you really, and again, think about New York. New York City is blue as the sky. The rest of the state is pretty red, okay? Cuomo's the governor over the state, not the city of New York, okay? So I'm guessing he's going to get a lot of pushback from the massive landmass that is New York, and maybe some agreement from the tiny landmass that is the island, okay? Now, whether or not it even flies in New York City, who knows? Because, the guy who owns the bodega on the corner, or, the jewelry shop owner, or whatever, my guess is they're not going to want to chase away 50% of their business. Now, I'm not saying that's what the vax rate is in New York. I don't know. I didn't look that up. I really don't care. Okay. Those who want to get it. Those who don't. Okay. But, this is just how it's going. Now, with that being said, I also want to call out the latest bullshit that's making the rounds today. All right. And I guess Jack Posobiec put a tweet out this morning saying some White House official said that Biden's lockdown speech is being drawn up this week. They're planning on making it sound like one of the most solemn in history, like Bush on 9/11 or something like that. Okay. The only problem is the only place that you can get any confirmation on this is QAnon. So in other words, it's bullshit. So, sorry, Jack, but again, you've been calling for in 2 weeks we're going to see, in 2 weeks we're going to see. You've been calling that for 18 months, and 2 weeks just never seem to expire. So, your credibility's shot. Sorry. Some of you guys may like them. It's fine. Okay. I prefer to get intel from reliable sources. And yet, even though the fact the guy's an ex-military intel analyst, okay, he's a huckster. Sorry, it's just what it is. So, going back to what I was talking about here with the closing down things and telling businesses not to use it. So, I got to doing a little bit of digging on numbers today. And, as I've told a lot of you guys have asked me, a lot of people have actually moved to Tennessee already, come from Vermont, come from Pennsylvania, Ohio. I know, a few of you guys have said, oh, we bought property in this town or that town, or asked me about properties or locations or whatever it would be. A lot of people moving to Tennessee. Tennessee land is getting snapped up like crazy. All right. So I took a look at the vaccination rates and the death rates and the COVID rates and everything like that in Tennessee. Now, Tennessee is a very red state, but like anywhere else, it's got its patches of blue. Memphis is very blue. Even the collar counties to Memphis are. Nashville, blue. Knoxville, blue. The rest of the state, solid red. Okay. So, took a look at this. In all the counties in Tennessee, there are only 3 counties that have over a 50% vax rate. Remember, Biden wants 70, and we don't have any county that's remotely close. Okay, but it was funny because of the 3 counties, 2 of them are rather large. One's outside of Knoxville, and one's Nashville. Amazingly, both of them voted for Biden. Okay, the 3rd county has like 12,000 people in it or something like that. It's real tiny. Half of them have got the vax, but that was a Trump county. Okay, but I found it interesting that it seems to be, at least in Tennessee, the Democrat-leaning counties, or the counties that voted Democrat, more than 50%, are the ones that have more than 50% vaccination rate. The counties that vote predominantly red, not so much. Okay. So this is what I found interesting. I looked at the counties around here, all right? And that is Union, where I live, Claiborne, and Granger are pretty much the 3. I mean, I can count Knox County too, but now we're getting into a city, and so that's different. So I'm staying at the rural area here. So Union County, where I live, about 40,000 people in the county. It's not a big county. It's rural area. There's 1 high school in the county. This is it. The main town in the county doesn't even have a Walmart. So, give you this. It's not a big county. It's rural. We have a 27% vax rate in Union County. The last death from COVID was January 24th. Think about that. So I looked at Claiborne County, I looked at Granger County, the 2 other ones near me, okay? 33 and 37% respected vax rates. Now, it's fine. Quarter of the people, third of the people want to do it. Hey, no problem. But my point is, I really don't see where I live a lockdown being considered at all, okay? Governor Lee here in Tennessee has not joined with Kristi Noem or Governor Abbott or Ron DeSantis or anything like that and said, hey, we're not doing it yet, but pretty much Tennessee's going to tell him, hey, we're not doing it. Sure, if they do lockdowns, if they do mask mandates, no, but I think I told you guys the other day, the Knox County mayor has already said we're not doing it. So, that's just the way it is. So I find it very interesting that where the blue states want to restrict everybody, they want to divide, okay? Cuomo, we don't want the businesses to serve unvaccinated people. What's going to happen? You're going to chase all the people that don't want the vax out of the state. Okay? So this is what I said at the top. They're dividing us. They're trying to divide us based on black and white. They're trying to divide us based on red and blue. They're trying to divide us based on vaxxed and non-vaxxed, whatever it would be. they're not even hiding this, guys. They're trying to do it. They're, you know, oh, we're not going to let you go to a Yankees game. BFD, who cares? Okay. You know, oh, we're not going to let you go to a movie theater. Fine, Hollywood A isn't coming out with movies, and B, the few that they are making are such crap. You know, what was it, LeBron James and his remake of Michael Jordan's Space Jam, complete disaster bomb. I think they spent more money on paying LeBron than the movie brought in, let alone paying everybody else. Okay, what was the other one that came out? Black Widow, complete disaster again at the theaters. Gee, sorry, Hollywood, guess what? Nobody cares, okay? You're entertainment and you ain't that good at it anyway. So, you know, they can say all they want about you can get back to real life, you can get back to your normal life if you do this. They've tried all that, okay? They started out figuring, oh, hey, you know what? Everybody's going to want to get this. And then when that didn't work, hey, let's try to entice people to get this. And when that didn't work, let's try to scare people into getting this. And when that didn't work, okay, now let's just punish them. Is that the kind of leadership that you voted for? Because it sure as hell ain't the kind I voted for. You know, last time I checked, you know, what's his name? John Bell Edwards isn't a doctor. Andrew Cuomo isn't a doctor. What's his name? Gavin Newsom isn't a doctor. You know, I mean, not that he's making the decisions for the Bay Area. That's obviously the folks in San Francisco. But, you know, we get the stories all the time going, you know, the double speak. Oh, you need to get the vax. Okay. And then you need to put a mask on. Okay. If you didn't get the vax, oh, you need to put a mask on. Okay. Please explain this to me. You know, why? So, you know, I'm still waiting for a logical explanation. I'm also still waiting for FDA approval, but that's beside the point. So, you know, but I just wanted to bring up, are you ready to be an outcast, a pariah, to not be allowed somewhere? If you live in a blue state, get the hell out, okay? I know for a lot of people that's hard, all right? But a lot of things are hard. And what's going to be a lot harder is living there when all this crap goes, because it's never going to end. I'm just telling you this right now. Was it Facebook came out and said that all their employees are required to wear masks indefinitely? How many times have we already heard politicians come up and say, you're wearing a mask forever? Do you want that? You know, no. I don't. And I'm very happy I got out of a blue state a couple of years ago. Well, it was a red state, flipped to a blue state. And when it did that, that's when I said adios. But, you know, just if you can, do it. If you can't, you know, if you're stuck in a blue state, I'm just letting you guys know now, just be prepared. Your life is going to be miserable. Okay. Because they sure as hell ain't going to try to make it easy for you. So, you know, unless you toe the line and, you know, do whatever the overlords say, they're going to make your life miserable. So, you know, as Angry Prepper put it, you got, you know, two choices. You can either toe the line, follow whatever they tell you, or you can fight back. But in the blue states, you're outnumbered. You ain't going to win the fight. So, not saying you need to tuck tail and run, but let them sink, okay? You're on the Titanic. Get in a lifeboat, okay? Don't go sit there and listen to the band play for another hour. Have a good Tuesday. Pinball out.